Hello, my fellow Americans. How you doing? YouTube subscribers, this is Harper with Community First. I've come to you to talk about something. I did one talk earlier, and my camera screen went down. I was had it set on 10 minutes. So I'm coming back, and I just want to ask a question and let y'all know a few things. And I want to talk about the immigration, what Donald Trump is doing, and I also want to talk about ADOS. Now, one question I want to know how many of you know Dr. Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore knows how to play chess. And chess is not like checkers. Chess, you had to be 10 steps ahead or 20 steps. So just be patient, guys. But anyway, to let you know that, also I want you to know that Dr. Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore, as the thought leaders and introducers of ADOS, is not against black immigrants. What they are and have choose to recognize that there has been an animosity and a problem with black immigrants coming to this country accessing wealth throughout our affirmative actions and throughout the system which we built, and continuing to interject themselves in a way where they are standing over us in our system in terms of who we are, not even knowing our history. And they came from a place where they couldn't do very well at, and they don't know how this country were able to sprout so well, and we're telling them it came from slavery. And they're coming back with a very rude condescension tone. Now, there's a lot of them that who are on board, and Pan-Africans and everything else, who understand, and that's fine. But there's also some Africans and some immigrants that are very rude about who we are, and they have a tone that is very presumptuous about who we are, and they don't even know who we are. And those who do don't care to reverence us because their culture is not us. Now, we have some similarities, and a lot of similarities, especially with their going through the colonizing in their homeland, in the Haitis experiencing slavery with the French, and the Jamaicans experiencing slavery with the British. We have something in common as a people throughout the whole global diaspora. But we have to remember that our problems that we have, our issues with, is with our own government. And what happened is, the unique thing about us as a nation, we so happen to build the first world nation. So everybody flocks here and choose to try to further defy the presence of the slave descendants and black Americans in this country when they are here benefiting from the hard work and the labor and the laws that were put in place for them. Like the Immigration Act of 1965, if it were not for us and our hardship, they would not have the choice to be able to come to these amazing United States of America, which rains milk and honey for them. And it's not so much about them being angry with us or being rude to us. It's also the system sort of weaponizing them against us with giving them access to certain wealth and certain powers before we have been reckoned with. This is a bigger picture than people hating immigrants. This is us being denied something valuable and fighting up against what has already been constituted as success in terms of immigration and the powers that be. And that means that they in Trinidad can get an education for free and come here, and we have a expensive college tuition, or expensive to pay back, when they have a free education and they can come here and hit the ground running. And it's because they don't have the same plight. And that was discussed by Yvette Carnell and Antonio Moore. It wasn't to put them down. It was to point out the facts and the truths to understand what's actually going on. And so our nation has not responded to us in a manner of rectifications in terms of how they have, in terms of how America responds to groups in these dynamics. Okay, so that's what's been discussed. Now, also what's been discussed is these immigrants coming across the border as well. And I want to say Donald Trump said that he wanted to push immigrants into sanctuary cities. I don't think that's a good idea. They need to rectify their situation because these people are parroting our social sites and social communities. They're parroting welfare sites and they're parroting nonprofits and just they have a a game plan, and it's because they are coming from poor countries, a lot of them. But when you have a home and you can come over here and protest your own government, and maybe you could change some things, and the United States government could step in to kind of be an ally for the people in those countries, and so that's what we need to do in terms of that. Also,